EA Sports. It's in the game.
We're here at the RBC Center in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hello, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
We've got a great game coming up between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Boston Bruins.
Tonight's game will be won and lost between the blue lines. These guys have to play a tight checking game if they want the 2 points.
They're up against one of the faster teams in the league.
Jim, if you allow them to wind it up in the neutral zone, it's all over. They'll waltz right through you.
All right, now it's time for the opening face-off for today's game. Face-off won by Savar. Here's Zdeno Chara. Grabbed by Boston. Passed ahead to Boys. On target from the left. Ward made the save. Here's Rod Brindamore. He passes it to Stahl, and he brings it over the line. To Mera. Boston moves out to center. To Cole. Now it's passed to Stern. Thunderous hit into the boards. To Eric Stahl. Easy pickings for Tim Thomas. Here's Brad Stewart. He passes the puck to Stern. Whips it! Ward gets some wood on it. He passes it to Stahl. Shot the puck! Thomas made the save. Boston gobbles it up. Here's Boys, who's got one shot on net so far. Ah, we got a shot! To Williams. Here's Glenn Murray. Goes behind his net. Stillman. He picks off the puck to Leach. Delayed call. He shoots! Ward reached out for the puck. Vasicek gets called for high sticking.
I don't think anyone would argue that call. Well, except maybe him.
Boston is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. It builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
Leach takes possession of the puck. Shot it! That's blocked by the defender. Here's Glenn Murray. Puck corralled by Whitney. Into the corner he goes. Here's Patrice Bergeron looking for his first shot on net. He's in over the blue line on the attack. Shot the puck on the right. Ward reached out for the puck. Carolina finds it. Adams cleared it down the ice. Boys to Brad Stewart. Now passed over to Mara. Fires it right on. He keeps stopping the puck. Boston is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Intercepted. He passes it to Sturm. Quick shot. Ward made the save. To Adams, and he brings it to center. Heavy shot on net. Ward gets a leg on it. Behind the net. Over to Wallen. Under 2 minutes to go in this first period. Shoots the puck from the point. Here's Sean Donovan, who's managed just a couple of shots on net. The shots are 9-2 for Boston. To Eric Stahl, who early in his career is compared favorably to Ron Francis. Shoots it! Here's Glenn Wesley to Williams. Hard shot. Thomas slams the door shut. Another shot. That stopped too. Stillman, quick shot. He stopped it again. Axelson to Williams. Fires hard. Turned aside by Ward. Williams grabs the puck, gathering speed. Over to Vasicek. Here's Frantisek Caberlet. He passes the puck to Stahl. He scores! Waiting a second, there's the first.
Peterborough Pete's fans saw Eric Stahl score a lot of goals like this one in junior. That's a big reason why there was only one player picked ahead of this kid in the 2003 entry draft.
Face-off won by Boys. Here's Boys. He passes it to Donovan. To Adams. He dumps the puck in. Mera takes possession of the puck. Tverdovsky. Post! Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Quick shot from the slot. Ahead to Donovan. Now he's over the blue line on the attack. It's turned over in the neutral zone. Quick up to Boys. Shot! Puck jumped on by Recchi. Boston gave up the game's first goal late in the second. Now they face a challenge here in the third.
While goals late in a period really deflate a team, they need to put that behind them and come out with a strong effort to start the final frame.
The shots are 12-10 for Boston. Here's Eric Cole. He's had a good, hard-working, blue-collar game. He's into the attacking zone. Steered to the corner by Thomas. The puck's grabbed by the Hurricanes. To Stahl. Out comes Glenn Murray. Shoots! Fired the puck just wide of the net. Puck grabbed by Commodore. To Eric Stahl. Scooped up by Carolina. Here's Zdeno Chara. From behind the net to Leach. Oop, post! Brindamore shoots the puck over the glass. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Vasicek. For Brett Henneken, and he just gets the puck deep. To Sean Donovan. Now he moves it to center. He's over the blue line in on the attack. To Donovan. There's a quick shot. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Zhamnov. To Tanabe. And he just dumps the puck in. In behind. Passed ahead to Recchi. Out comes Craig Adams. And he passes it ahead to Recchi. Into the attacking zone. Pass up to Adams. Recchi has it now. Easy stop for Tim Thomas. That stop too. He turned it over. And he stopped that and he hangs on. A tough shot, but he managed to make the save.
A big part of stopping a wrist shot is positioning. Can't leave any holes.
We're ready for the face-off. Savard won the draw. He passes it to Chara. Out comes Glenn Murray. And he brings it over the line. Ward. He scores! Glenn Murray has knotted this up.
Murray is so tough to stop because he's a great skater for his size. Couple that with solid finishing skills, and it's no wonder he put up 44 goals during the 2002-2003 season.
Boston draws even here in the third.
A lot of teams can't erase a one-goal deficit in the third. This is a real testament to their determination.
Here's Patrice Bergeron. Savard. Fired it! Here's Mark Savard. He passes the puck to Leach. Here's Glenn Murray. Patrice Bergeron. Another shot hit the man in front of the net. Up to Brindamore. Shoots the puck. Thomas turned it away. Here's František Kaberle to Cole. Fires it. Turned away by Thomas.
The type...
He scores! Late in the third, they've taken the lead.
His stick flexes so much as he loads that shot up. When he lets it fly, it just explodes off his blade.
A late third period goal puts them down by 1.
They'll have to act fast if they want to get back in this one.
To Mera. Now he moves it out. In he comes to Marco Sturm. Shot it. It goes wide. Grabbed by Carolina. To Vasicek. Down to the final 2 minutes of the third period. Wesley dumps it in. Now he passes it to Williams. One-time shot, just wide of the net. Stillman to Williams. Quickly another shot, just missed the net. Vasicek, saved by Thomas. Mera to Donovan. We're down to the final minute of the third. Shot from the blue line. Puck jumped on by Donovan. Saved by Ward. Jumped on by Vasicek. Stillman. Carolina gets it to Brindamore. One-time shot. About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Savard to Leach. Now it's passed to Savard. Rifles it from the slot. Kaberle. Out come the Hurricanes. To Bergeron. Down to the final seconds of the third. That's it. The Bruins lost this game. 2-1 the final score.
Tonight's third star, Carolina number 26, Eric Cole. Tonight's second star for Carolina number 11, Justin Williams.
Sports World Tournament of Hockey. I'm Jim Houston along with Craig Simpson. Get set for this round-robin match between Germany and Canada.
Now this one could turn into a shootout.
Yeah, these are a pair of very gifted offensive teams.
You have to feel for these goalies. You know they're going to face a ton of rubber tonight.
All right, now let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. The faceoff goes to Team Canada. Great hands. There's a nice move. To Schubert. Quick, ooh, off the bar. Play stops as the puck is shot into the stands. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Fired it! Saved by Kolzig. Felski. Gawk. And he'll start out of his own zone to center. To Joe Thornton. A big man with an unpredictable mean streak. Shot from in front. Over to Gagne. Quickly another shot. Puck taken by Doan. Quick shot. Gawk. He passes it to Gotch, and he moves it into the attacking zone. Ripped hard from the right. No chance of hitting the net. Gawk. Obstreeter. He gets laid out. Backhand shot from the slot. Just wide of the net. Felski to Gotch. Now passed over to Gagne. Kolzig reached out for the puck. And Canada takes over with the puck. And he missed the net. Grabbed by Germany. Felski. Now he's into the attacking zone. Shot the puck from the slot. He scores! And halfway through the first, they've got the game's first goal.
You see what happens when you go to the net? He was in the perfect spot to shovel that puck home on the rebound.
Germany has moved out in front.
This is their game, no doubt about it. Let's see if their defense can match their scoring ability. He still doesn't know where he went. Great deep.
To Hesht. Fires. Oop, post. Richards shoots the puck over the glass. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to Team Germany. Here's Jochen Hesht, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. Offside.
His fillings are going to rattle with that hit. He was pounded.
We're ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Richards. Here's Jochen Hesht. Brodeur out of his net to play the puck. Kreitzer. To Rick Nash at 20, he can bury the puck as well as anyone in the league, a skill you just can't coach.
Gets away a hard shot. That was huge to keep his team up by 1.
To Jovanovski. Snapped just wide of the goal. Puck jumped on by Bertuzzi. To Richards. Turned aside by Kolzig. Ehrhoff. The ref indicates a delayed call. Bertuzzi will get the gate for hooking.
That'll cost him 2 minutes, and he's lucky it didn't cost him more.
Germany is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
Goaltender's out to play the puck. To Smith. Throws it at the net. Kolzig reached out for the puck. Puck corralled by Pronger. Canada gobbles it up. Shot the puck. He scores! Scott Niedermayer has tied it up.
There's no doubt that if Niedermayer was allowed to open things up offensively, he'd be among the top defensive point getters in the league year after year.
Face-off won by Richards. Puck taken by Hesht. Front of the net. Brodeur makes the save. Here's Ed Jovanovski. Kolzig moves out of the goal to play the puck. Fires one right on. Canada jumps on it. The goaltender moves out of his net to play the puck. Ahead to Hesht. Under 2 minutes to go in this first period. Turned away by Brodeur. It's cleared by Blake. Bertuzzi sends this game back to 5-on-5 now that he's left the box. To Rick Nash. Kolzig made the pad save. Here's Gotch. Saved by Brodeur. And the horn signals the end of the first period. We head into the break with the score tied 1-1. Richards.
Short-handed goals can be backbreakers. Teams just don't expect to give up goals when they have the man advantage.
Germany early in the second period, and it's a one-goal game.
There's still lots of time to score.
He's getting called for high sticking.
Maybe it was an accident, maybe not. But you have to be responsible for your stick. So off he goes for high sticking.
Canada will now play 4-on-4.
And that has to come as some relief to their coach. Now their speed could give them a real advantage in this situation.
Chris Pronger. Here's Jochen Hecht. Backhand from the left. That's blocked by the defender. Blocked. Niedermeyer. Delayed penalty coming up. Quick up to Sakic. Shot. Kolzig denied him.
And he did well to keep his team within one.
Hecht gets called for hooking. Germany will need to make a supreme effort now.
No doubt about it. They're playing 3-on-4. That puts them in a bind.
Great save, Ole Kolzig. Delayed call. To Danny Heatley. Shoots the puck. He scores! Joe Sakic. Was hoping to sort out their defense during the break.
Yeah, but they're still playing loose hockey. That's leaving a lot of chances for the other team's shooters.
With a slap shot. Here's Brian McCabe. Lisk shoots the puck. Brodeur made the leg save. To Jerome Iginla, and he carries it into the attacking zone. Kolzig, blocker save. Ehrhoff shoots the puck from the right. Canada gets it. They're out of their own zone to center. Touch in front. Kolzig turns him away. Germany picks it up. Hecht hurries back onto the ice. His team is down by only one man. To Iginla. Blasts it from beside the net. Germany takes over. Gok has seen his penalty expire, meaning his team's no longer shorthanded. He turned the puck over. Canada takes possession. Fires it! Oh, and he just missed the net. Puck corralled by Doan. He intercepts the puck to Jochen Hecht. Now it's passed to Gotch. Turned aside by Brodeur. Canada scooped it up. Here's Joe Thornton, who's already got a couple of shots on net. He's over the blue line in on the attack. From behind the net. He scores against his own team. The faceoff goes to Team Canada. He gets hip checked. And he passes it to Butenschan. Ullman scores!
This guy will take goals any way he can get them. Some call rebound goals garbage goals, but they sure look the same on the score sheet.
Face-off won by Richards. Gets away a hard shot. Kolzig makes the save. Catan. Booze. Out comes Brad Richards, and he moves it into the attacking zone. Less than 2 minutes to go in this second period. Here's Rick Nash. He's a +1 in this game. He steals the pass to Brad Richards. Scooped up by Canada to Richards. Save. Germany is behind 4-2 and enters the third period of the game. Shoots! Kolzig made the save. It's picked up by Sakic. Here's Danny. Oh, he shot! Saved by Kolzig! He passes it to Stern. Shoots the puck from the slot. Kreitzer. Here's Jochen Hecht. His hands are dirty. He's had a good, hard-working game. Shoots it. Kolzig made the save. Oh, shot. He keeps stopping the puck. The ref indicates a delayed call to Jerome McGinley. That's stopped. One-timer. Picked up by Canada. Kolzig with a great save. Schubert will get the gate for elbowing.
Now, he's not thrilled with the penalty call, but he's only got himself to blame.
Canada has the one power play goal so far, and now they'll get another shot here. To Heatley. Canada takes control. Over to Butenschan. Taken up. Here's Jerome McGinley. He passes the puck to Sakic, and he's over the blue line on the attack. Ustorf. Gathering speed. Over to Thornton. Right in front. One-time shot. Kolzig got a leg on it. Ullman. And he carries it into the zone. To Gagne. Shoots the puck. He scores, and they're running away with this one, middle of the third.
This kid is a very good young offensive player who doesn't hurt his team in the other end of the ice. He's a complete two-way player, and that's why he gets quality minutes. To Rick Nash.
The Germans take possession. They're in over the blue line on the attack. And it's dumped in. Obstreeter. Felski fires it right on! And Brodeur makes a nice save. He passes the puck to Bertuzzi. Now it's passed to Nash. Passed over to Gotch. Here's Todd Bertuzzi. He's had a good, hard-working blue-collar game. He dumped it in. Here's Jochen Hecht. His hands are dirty. Shot! That's too easy for Marty Brodeur. To Joe Sakic. Ehrhoff. To Stern. And he's into the attacking zone. One-timed it! That's blocked and didn't get through. Into the slot. To Danny Heatley. Down to the final 2 minutes of the third period. Ponger dumps it in. Now he passes the puck to Hesht. Delayed penalty coming up. And another shot. He scores to cut the lead to 2 late in the third.
That was a very smart play by our goal scorer. He knew there was going to be a rebound on the shot, and he got to the puck before anyone else could.
Corralled by Thornton to McCabe. Less than a minute to go in this third period. Shower behind the net. Felski over center ice. To Gagne. Now he moves it into the attacking zone. Shower. Now quick up to Gotch. Gotch comes in offside. This guy needs to play aggressive to be effective.
Well, he doesn't flop down, so he has to play at the top of his crease. If he gets back on his heels, he gives away way too much net.
Niedermeyer dumps the puck in. Into the last 10 seconds of the third. Ehrhoff. Delayed call. Saved by Brodeur along the boards. It's all over. Germany comes out of this round-robin game with a loss.
Tonight's third star for Team Germany, number 26, Daniel Wurzer. Tonight's second star, Team Germany, number 17, Jochen Heck.